Good evening, welcome to Evening News. I'm Ashit Khalid. Let's have a look at tonight's top stories first. PPM's parliamentary group leader Saud Hussain accuses former President Nasheed and MDP of trying to obstruct the country's development by opposing the Special Economic Zones bill proposed by the government. Parliament's Finance Committee ended its meeting yesterday unable to reach a decision regarding President Abdullah Yamin's proposal to make amendments in the housing project to be carried out under the loan granted by China's Exim Bank. And a midterm break of the ongoing academic year has been advanced to the final week of Ramzan.
Maldivian Roda Mahavara Hasage Ailano Rahmat Terinaiku India ge Trivandramannone Chennai Decol ticket M7 කනුව දිහනුව ඩොලර. ඉතුරු මාලුමාත් හොදම තින ෆහෙන් හතරක ගුලාලවවා. Maldivian, flying made simple.
PPM's parliamentary group leader Saud Hussain accuses former President Nasheed and MDP of trying to obstruct the country's development by opposing the Special Economic Zones bill proposed by the government.
Speaking about the government-sponsored Special Economic Zone bill in an interview with DhiTV, Velingili MP and leader of PPM's parliamentary group, Saud Hussain said that it is an extremely important bill that will take the country's development to unimaginable heights. He said that MDP is opposing the bill for fear that people will completely lose faith in them due to the benefits it will bring to the country if it becomes a law. He said that despite their opposition, they have failed to justify it and that MDP wants to create divisions within the country by spreading lies.
The Special Economic Zone project will surely bring several unprecedented developments to the country. While we are debating on a bill of this scale, the opposition MDP is objecting to it. It's not without any reason too. They know that if the bill is ratified and becomes a law, major international mega projects and investments will reach the country's shores and their chances of returning to power will be reduced drastically. So, they find their own political agenda and interests more important than the developments that the people of this country may enjoy. There is no other reason why they should oppose it. So, to prevent the parliament from falling into an adverse situation, it's important the ruling government holds parliament majority.
Speaking further about the bill, PPM MP and Chair of Parliament's Finance Committee, Abdullah Khalid, said that rather than talking negatively about the bill for political gains, it is more important to talk about the benefits the bill will bring to the country. Noting that there will be room for correction in everything, he said that if the opposition comes up with constructive feedback when the bill is being reviewed in the committee, those feedback or proposals will happily be accepted. Khalid also noted that PPM securing parliament majority is a huge development for a party that came to power with several pledges.
Let's think about the benefits that we'll see if we are able to create special economic zones in the Maldives and run these zones effectively. The first thing is the creation of many employment opportunities. Families will be directly benefited by these jobs and neglected islands of the country will be given more attention. The country's GDP will increase as well. If we look at the bill's concept, we realize that the bill allows corruption to be kept in check to a large extent. For example, if an investor is proven guilty of corruption, then the bill stipulates that the investor be deprived of the right to invest in the country.
While government maintains that the Special Economic Zones bill aims to further develop the country, opposition leader former President Nasheed claims that the bill aims to establish zones where religious activities will be conducted.
Parliament's Finance Committee ended its meeting yesterday unable to reach a decision regarding President Abdullah Yamin's proposal to make amendments in the housing project to be carried out under the loan granted by China's Exim Bank. President Yamin proposed to build 704 out of the 1,500 housing units in Hulmale instead of building all the housing units in the southern atolls. Yesterday's Finance Committee meeting to reach a decision on forwarding the issue to the Parliament floor went on for 1.5 hours, and although members could not reach a decision, two proposals were presented with regard to the issue. Bilfashi MP Riaz Rashid proposed to forward President Yamin's proposal to the Parliament floor as it is, and Matiwar MP Hussain Mohammed proposed to provide a period of 3 weeks to further review the issue. The next committee meeting will be held at 11 a.m. on Monday. During yesterday's meeting, Most members said that the issue should be put on vote as it is, citing that the issue has been reviewed earlier. Some pro-government MPs said that government decided to build part of the housing units in Hulumale after thorough research, taking into account what is most beneficial for the people. However, opposition member Maradu MP Ibrahim Sharif strongly opposed the proposal, saying that it will be a huge atrocity against the people in the southern region. Midterm break of the ongoing academic year has been advanced to the final week of Ramzan. Initially, students were to get midterm break from 10th to 28th of August, but Education Ministry sent a circular to all the schools yesterday informing that midterm break has been advanced, and instead of August, students will be on break from 20th to 24th of this month. While only 5 days have been given for the midterm break, it should be noted that 25th to 30th are public holidays due to Eid al-Fitr, which means students will be getting 11 days off. This year, Education Ministry decided to suspend classes during Ramadan from grades 9 and below, including preschool classes. And now here's this week's editorial report.
It seems there is no end to talks that heads of the country's independent institutions are not fulfilling their duties in the best manner, despite being given hefty pay, countless incentives, private cars and luxurious office cabins. Despite irrecoverable losses being incurred to the state due to their failure to fulfill their duties, they are still intent on squeezing the most out of the state budget to spend on their lavish indulgences. If that's not the case, there's no doubt that they would surely work the hardest to get back over 5 billion rupiah proven to have been stolen by corrupt government officials over the past few years. If the heads of independent institutions and commissions were loyal and committed enough, those corrupt government officials would surely have no chance to flee justice. In the same manner, if the heads of the so-called independent institutions were carrying out their duties with utmost dedication, there would be no space to complain about violations of anyone's rights in this country. One such group that recently stood up to defend their rights are the local broadcasters. While it's been over 40 years since the local broadcasting industry was born, and while it's been 6 years since private broadcasters entered the scene, it's shameful that the Regulatory Broadcasting Commission is unaware of the current status of these broadcasters and how they serve the public. They are least ashamed to admit they are unaware of how broadcasters are supposed to serve the people, despite the fact that they are legally required to keep abreast of how the industry works from A to Z. It's questionable how responsible members of the Commission are in reality when they deny any knowledge that private broadcasters have been paying to serve the public through a network over the past 6 years. While the number of private broadcasters has gone up to over 10, and while most stations are working to reach international standards, it would be disgraceful to say that the Commission has indeed been fulfilling its duties when the regulator has failed to address the challenges and issues faced by these broadcasters. It's no surprise that many people today believe that the regulator is more interested in seeing if channels are displaying inverted photos of people or not, even if they have to stay awake watching the TV for 24 hours. While it's obvious no one would choose to stay in long queues to submit complaint forms seeking justice against corrupt officials, it's also obvious that no issue can be solved if it's becoming a mere spectacle before the public eye instead of being treated as a serious matter of concern.
Police arrest a crew member of a Turkish oil vessel after they found parts of a gun on him. Police searched the crew while they were at Ibrahim Nasser International Airport about to depart. The man is under police custody while the investigation is underway. The confiscated gun parts have now been handed over to Maldives National Defence Force. Met Office warns that all regions of the country will experience strong winds with rain showers during the next 24 hours. According to the Met Office, while winds will blow northwest during the next 24 hours, wind will blow at 10 to 18 miles per hour in the southern atolls, while other regions will see wind speeds reaching 15 to 25 miles per hour. Seas will be rough during rain showers. Met Office and police have advised the public to be vigilant of rough weather and rough seas being experienced nationwide and take necessary precautionary measures while traveling by sea. And that ends tonight's evening news. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.
DhiTV.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رجس من عمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون إنما يريد الشيطان أن يوقع بينكم العداوة والبغضاء في الخمر والميسر ويصدكم عن ذكر الله وعن الصلاة فهل أنتم منتهون وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول واحذروا فإن توليتم فاعلموا أنما على رسولنا البلاغ المبين ليس على الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جناح فيما طعموا إذا ما اتقوا وآمنوا وعملوا الصالحات ثم اتقوا وآمنوا ثم اتقوا وأحسنوا والله يحب المحسنين يا أيها الذين آمنوا ليبلونكم الله بشيء من الصيد تناله أيديكم ورماحكم ليعلم الله من يخافه بالغيب فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب